Hello. Okay, so I want to do this as a follow-up to the video that I did. You can see I'm putting on the same cloth. So during the recording, somebody asked me that, can you please just explain furthermore on what this first fruit of increase is according to scriptures? Because some people might have the wrong perspective of what exactly we're talking about when we say first fruit of increase. Now I'm going to read it for us. So that is Proverbs chapter 3 verse 9. So listen to what Proverbs chapter 3 verse 9 says in the King James Version. Honor the Lord with thy substance. Honor the Lord with thy substance, and with the first fruits of all thy increase. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy press shall burst forth with new wine. Now notice, honor the Lord with your substance. That's one statement. And is another statement. It says, and with the first fruit of all thy increase. Now notice, it didn't say honor the Lord with your first fruits. It says first fruits of all thy increase. First fruit of all thy increase. So when you say first fruit of all thy increase, now notice a key word to really explain what that first fruit is within context is the word increase. So what does it mean when you say first fruit of all thy increase? So for instance, let's say you have a job and then you're being paid 100,000, just for safe calculation. You're being paid 100,000 every month, 100,000, and then you now got another job and you're now being paid 500,000. Former job 100,000, new job 500,000. What would you say is the increase on that job? 100,000, 500,000. So when you deduct 100 from 500, it's 400. So your increase is 400,000. So when it says honor the Lord with the first fruits of your increase, all your increase. So what was the increase from your former job? It is 400,000. So if you want to go according to this scripture, now notice this is the Old Testament, all right? Old Testament, but just for clarity's sake, you honor the Lord with 400,000. That is the first fruit of increase. If you are going based on this scripture, that is Old Testament. Increase is what has been added. That is the increase. It is not you take the entire 500 and you give. Now notice in the New Testament you are to give liberally. New Testament perspective of giving is to give liberally. You are not to be cajoled or pressured to give, whether it is tithe, offering, seed, faith, whatever. Anything that comes with pressure is out of order in the New Testament. It is out of order. Whether it is tithe, offering, seed, faith, whatever you call it, it must be freely given. He said, for the Lord loves a cheerful giver. It must be given cheerfully. So if you want to give all of it, you are convinced in your spirit that is what I want to do, by all means go ahead. If that is not what you want to do, God is not angry with you. The most important thing is that, notice it says two things. Honor the Lord with your substance. So you have to honor the Lord with your substance and with the first fruit of all your increase. So you are also to honor the Lord with the first fruit of all your increase. Now notice, this first fruit of all your increase for people that are salary earners, it might be something that happens once in maybe 4 or 5 years. So does that mean that that's the only time you will do that? No, but at different times you can just say, okay, Lord, I just want to say thank you. And then you give. So it must be something that comes from within your spirit, not something you are pressured to do. So I hope that this has answered and put more clarification. The first fruit of all your increase is the addition that you got. Now we had to use salary to sort of explain this, because as at when this was written, I don't think they had much of like salary kind of system. I mean, they do when you talk of the daily wage and all that. Perhaps they do. But just bring it within context. The most important thing here is that you honor the Lord with your substance. Just whatever you do, just ensure that you honor the Lord. And need I just drop this here? Also ensure that you honor your parents. Honor your parents. It's very, very important. Don't carry money and go and be dropping everywhere, and your mama and papa at home suffering. We are going to talk about the widow's mite much later. God bless you.